So I went for a walk with my dog Rossi, minding our own business, and this woman came cycling on the cycle path next to us, came flying past us, right? Like, ridiculously fast. So I shouted, "Cow! Cow!" like that. She turned around and gave me the finger, right, like that, and she cycled straight into a cow. I did try to warn her. Anyway, let's do a pickups video, shall we? Let's go! Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. I'm trying my best to film this video. This is like the 5th or 6th time I tried to fucking film it. I'm just moving my cables out of the way, okay, because we're professionals. Yeah, as you can probably tell by the title of this video, it's a midweek pickups video. It wasn't the plan to go game hunting, really. So update on my life. I'm still on sick, so I'm not in work at the moment. Won't say any more about work, but yeah, so I had an appointment in Swansea today to do with my mental health, and it was in town, so I called into CEX, and to keep my costs down, I took, I think, 4 or 5 games that were just sitting on my shelf, and thought I'll trade them in to put it towards what I picked up today. Yes, so before we get into today, I have 2 other online orders which I'll go through. But first, or the star of the show, the best thing I picked up all week is an official Sony PlayStation 3 controller. I've got the box down there. Obviously, I couldn't wait to open this bad boy up. Was it I don't know if it's the 6-axis one. Okay, maybe it's not the most exciting. We've all seen one of these before, but this is a brand new one. So I'm borrowing off one of my best friends, Chris. Shout out best friend Chris, or also known as imaginary friend Chris. He's lent me a PlayStation 3 because mine's been playing it for years and years and years. Sorry, can you hear the dogs? Oh, is it a cat? Oh, it's a kid. Okay, is it a cat? Is it a dog? No. It's a kid. Yeah, sorry about the background noise if you can hear it. Maybe you can't hear it. Yeah, so Chris lent me a PlayStation 3, and what I realised, he lent it to me months ago now. Great, no problem. Every single game, it is my favourite console of all time, proven by science. Go check out my top 3 Thursday on best game consoles of all time. And yeah, so all the games I still play on it are all on my arcade stick, so that's why my Hori Hayabusa fight stick, I love that stick, strongly recommend it if you can find one. So I thought, right, okay, I'll get back and play some first person shooters. So I'm trying one of the games I thought I'd play was Resistance 3, because it was unfinished business there. I loved the second one. The first one was okay, loved the second one. I thought the third one was a bit disappointing. So I must have watched a documentary or something on that. Thought I'll go back and play that. And it's buggy as hell. So it looks like I got a good 4 or 5 hours into the main campaign. I'm fighting one of this massive boss thing. And it keeps pausing and selecting a different weapon, and it's unplayable. So then I put another game in. I can't remember. I tried playing another game, and the same thing was happening there. So I think my control pad, this is my control pad. Chris lent me the console itself, so I bought a new cable, really long cable. That was less than £5. I was pleasantly surprised how cheap that was. So to cut a long story short, I'm very excited to test that out. The PlayStation 3 official control pad. Yeah, you don't see many of them out there, and it feels lovely. It feels much better than the control pad that came with my PlayStation 3, not my original one, my pre-owned one. And the other thing I ordered online, it came today actually, still sealed, is the Batman. Now, a bit of a weird thing with Batman, right? He's not cool. Loads of people think he's the best superhero of all time and everything like that. Okay, you're entitled to your opinion, more power to you. I don't know, it's just something about him, but this film does look good. I do enjoy the Batman films, but mainly for the villains and stuff like that. Like I love the Joker, I love Bane and all that in the other movies. So yeah, this looks like a good film. I was waiting, the plan was to wait for this to go on one of the streaming services. So I play for Netflix, Amazon Prime and Disney. Watch it now, next week it'll probably go on there now I bought it. But it's cheaper to buy it in Amazon, obviously brand new, than it is in CEX. So when I knew I had this appointment today about my mental health, I knew it was in Swansea, so naturally I thought I'll call in CEX because it was right by there, so I'd be going past it basically. So it'd be rude not to call in, isn't it? And this came up in my search and I thought, right, okay, I think it's £8. I paid $6.99 for it, brand new, and I think I get £5 trade in. So if it's dog shit, if it's alright, I'll keep it, do you know what I mean? But if it's dog shit, I can just trade it in, and it's almost like I've rented it for £2, you know? Well, that's the plan anyway. So it's a risk-free purchase, that is. Yeah, so let me know. Any fans of the Batman or the Batman? It looks pretty cool. It looks a bit more gritty than the others. I really like the car in that. I'm not a car guy. I've never been a car guy, but certain cars, like one of my favourite cars of all time is the one in Mad Max. That car is mwah. I like the more gritty kind of stuff, okay? Yeah, so that's what I've ordered online. So today, I want to tell you about my personal appointment. But yeah, so I went to CEX. I got my receipt here because the accountants want to know. Everybody wants to know how much I spent. Quite a long, they're always long receipts when I go in there. It's longer because I traded games in though, you know. I've only bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 games I bought, and I think I traded in 5. So my collection has grown by 5. Happy days. So I've got all that there. But yeah, before we went, I made a note of this morning, right? I'm sorry if I'm going on about it all the time, but like I'm on sick. It's not, I don't want to go to work. I can't go to work because of something's happened in work, hence I've handed my notice in. It's only a tiny thing when you think about it. I'm not going to say what it is, but someone there has done something. I don't really want to talk about it, but it's only little, but it's like, right, fuck this, I'm out of here. Do you know what I mean? Because, anyway, I don't want to go into it, but it's like, how dare you react like that to me asking you for help, and you reacted going like that or whatever. And it's like, I'm out of there, do you know what I mean? So, what was I saying? So I've been in a dark, it's the little thing like that sent me into a bit of a mental health spiral. I'm nowhere near back to square one, okay? But I'm not where I should be. And I know from experience that I'm not going to let that job or that person get the better of me and move on to bigger, better things, okay? That's all I'll say about it. So, this morning, I got up and I phoned in. I'm not coming in today. Still not well. I'm not well enough to go in. But I had this appointment. I didn't tell them that. It doesn't matter anyway. It's trying to make me better, you know. So I wasn't going to go anywhere, but I thought, don't have another day not leaving the house. So I decided, I'll go. What's the worst that can happen? I'll just go in. And I'm really glad I went. I was going to cancel my appointment. But then I was still feeling low, right? So trigger warning. This is how dark my head gets. I'm at the railway station. I'm sitting, and one of the trains before, there was some kind of delay in Reading, I think, this morning on the trains. And so a lot of the trains were postponed, basically. And so what must have happened is one of the trains, it was an empty train coming through, and it was bombing down, right? And I got this voice, and it says, 5 steps, I can end it all, right? That's where my head was at. And I was so easy, and I was nearly there. I wasn't standing up, I was sitting down, right? And this man comes out who worked there, so shout out the man that works there. And he basically said, oh, morning, it's cold, isn't it? Nobody ever speaks to me in the train, right? You can argue maybe I'm being exaggerating a bit. That man saved my life today by saying, "Good morning, isn't it cold today?" Just by being a nice man, do you know what I mean? We like to talk about the weather. We're Brits, aren't we? Everyone in Britain loves to talk about the weather. So, the moral of that little story is just be nice. Don't be a dick to everyone. Do you know what I mean? Just really don't know what people are going through, okay? And it's hard just by looking at them. I don't know what I look like today. But thank you, man. You really did. I don't think I would have done anything, but it was literally snapped me out of it. I can't click. Like that. I can do it with that hand, but I can't do it with... Yeah, maybe. That'll do. Yeah. So, sorry if I brought it down a bit, but let's go back up. That made a lot to me. Just a tiny gesture. So... do it tomorrow. Just be nice to a total stranger, because you never know what they're going through. And maybe one day that will return and someone will be nice to you. Yeah, very. Normally they're miserable as hell in there as well. It was very strange what happened. I thought so anyway. Yeah, so I went into CX. And what I went in there with then, I tried to play Just Cause 4. It's the second time I've tried to play it. And I was like, I much preferred Just Cause 3. Visually, it looks better, Just Cause 4. The map is absolutely ginormous in it. But bigger doesn't always necessarily mean better. So they give me £5 for that. And I think I paid £6 to £8 for it. So, again, get it off my shelf and get some money. That was £5. I traded in Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know why I was hanging on to that. I've got 1 and 2 on the PlayStation, the HD ones on the PlayStation 3. Maybe they need to go if they give me anything decent. It's just a franchise I've tried my best to get into, and it's just not for me, okay? I traded in Monster Hunter World, or Monster Bummer Worlds. Shout out Liam, you're not on Pandora. Oh, sorry, you're not in Kansas anymore. You're on Pandora. That's how I used to talk to one of the boys who makes a shout out Liam. He loves Monster Hunter. Again, it's the second time I've tried to play it recently, and it's just not for me. Okay, they give me £3 for that. I might live to regret this one because it was alright. Gravity Rush 2 on the PS4. All these are PS4 games, okay? Gravity Rush 2, they give me £10. And I think you can buy it new for £15. I did play it. It was alright. If I like a 6.5, 7 out of 10 in my opinion. It might have been a good game. I believe it came out in the Vita, and then it came on the PS4, or was it the first one? I know one of them's really collectible. But again, it was just sitting on my shelf. I'm talking 5-6 years probably till I'd even want to play it again. So I'm going to play the waiting game on that one. So they give me £10. And I made a profit on this one. Monkey King Hero is back on the PS4. They give me £3. Now I bought that brand spanking new on Amazon. I think it was £1. And I think a lot of people bought it in the YouTube. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of the people in the UK YouTube community. And it's gone back up. It's around about £5. But then, great. I like the really cool opening cutscene. I like the art style. But it's not a very good game. It's a bargain for £1. But then I didn't really have fun. Maybe it's like when I was like 10 or 11 year old. Maybe it's aimed at a younger audience. I don't know. But it just wasn't for me. What I thought, it was all the enemies. It's very linear, like corridors you got to go down basically. You may be outside, but you can't go exploring. It's an open world. And you have an enemy here, you take on that enemy, then you go run. Then there's another enemy. Then you go run. That's what I thought. And I thought, not really going to have a good time playing this. But I can't think because I tripled my money on it. So they give me £3. So that was a total of 5, 4, 3, £10, £3, £25. So that's a good chunk of change I'm going in there with, okay? And what did I buy? So I bought a PS5 game. I bought 3 Xbox 360 games. I can't believe I didn't have these in the collection. I bought an Xbox game, 2 PlayStation 2 games, 2 PSP games, and Ninja Gaiden Sword, okay? I'll tell you before we get into it as well. I've got on my phone, when I'm in there, see, I've got screenshots of every game I want to have a look at, okay? And there was 1 or 2 games. Oh, they had Gungrave, the first one on the PS2. That's £18. Every time I go in there, I pick it up and think, nah, not today. I guarantee you, and I'm talking the last 6-7 months they've had this in stock. I guarantee you, when I make the decision to pick it up, someone would have bought it. It's complete in box as well. The movie, The Fifth Element. There's not a lot of extra features on the Blu-ray for that. Spider-Man No Way Home. I nearly picked that up. That was £6 on Blu-ray. But I've got Batman. I knew that was arriving today. I nearly finished watching The Crow. I've got 2 Street Fighter movies. I got enough on I got a bit of a backlog of movies I want to get through at the moment, okay? What else? Oh, I couldn't find, I was gutted about this. Warbone. That game there. That was only £6. It's an indie game. And must have picked it up and looked at it before and put it back. But it's come down to £6 now. And I was watching some reviews. Again, it's like a 7 out of 10 game. And I really like the look of it. Maybe not the best art style. After like 30 seconds, I was just about to click off it and thought, oh, the gameplay caught my eye. So I thought I was going to get it, but I couldn't find it. What else? I think that was everything. I was going to get Space Harrier for the Master System. I had that in there for £15. And that was it, basically, in there that I didn't get. Oh, I tell you what was behind the till was, I might regret this, for £25 was a boxed Time Crisis 2 for the PlayStation 2. The gun and the game. It was the box. The gun was in the box, but we could see there was none of the packaging was in there. It was just literally the box, and the gun was plonked in there. The blue gun, it looks pretty cool. I was umming and ahhing about that. Maybe if I was with my mates, they would have talked me into it. But yeah, I thought I'll leave that. I left another one I wish I picked up today as well. Yeah, so that's what I didn't pick up. Okay, let's go into, this is my stack of games that I picked up today. Alright, so the Nintendo DS game, this was probably the one I was most excited to pick up today, alright, was Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword on the DS. I just had this urge to collect the Ninja Gaiden games recently. It is kind of a blind buy. I nearly ordered this about 4 months ago, and I have had a screenshot of it because nowhere in Wales, within my area, sensible area to travel, had it in stock. I don't think it's a rare game, but then when I saw it that they had it in stock, this was the first game. So when I went in there, and they've moved things round as well. They moved it like right by the till, almost like opposite the till. I was like, oh shit, where's the DS game? So once I had that, I could relax a little bit, because you never know, someone else could have been out looking for that one game as well, because they don't tend to last long. Yeah, so I'm glad I picked that up, and that was £6. Happy days. I think most of the games today are complete in box as well, and it is a really nice manual. Look, again, I always do well with the Nintendo DS. Maybe the people in Wales never read the manuals. That's what it looks like, because what did I buy? Advance Wars was a mint manual as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting stuck into that. Then I bought 2 PSP games. There was a couple of games there. There was Alien vs Predator Requiem, is it? That was £5, and I didn't like the look of the back. I read something on there, and the box was pretty buzzing, so I was like, nah. But what I did buy then was Lord of the Rings Tactics. Really like the artwork on that. Can you see Gandalf there? Gandalf the Great. Gandalf the White. Where is Lord of the Rings? I paid £4 for that. Again, it is complete in box. It's got complete. It's got the EA shit and that as well. This looks like I call them chess games now, like the grid-based. I don't know if you can see that there. But you can choose play as Gandalf, Sauron, or any of the 10 of the heroes and villains from the trilogy as you decide the fate of Middle-earth. And then small TM. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting... Looks really good for £4. You can't... it's worth the risk, isn't it? They had Star Wars Lethal Alliance. I think I paid £3 for that. Oh, right at the top. Yeah, £3 that cost me. Again, that's probably my favourite artwork of the games I picked up today. Again, I do judge a game by its cover sometimes, right? So, yeah, looks good on the back as well. If the graphics are that good, happy days. It looks more of a... What was it? Jedi Power Battles. Do you remember that game on the PlayStation 1? It was the best looking game I ever seen. It was the best of everything. That was perfect game that was. Gives me those kind of vibes looking at the back. And yeah, that was £3. Again, CIB, a Bambi B. Yes, I got that. Now, Time Splitters 2. I think that was £6. Yeah, Time Splitters 2, £6. I need to do these videos the day I pick them up because I won't remember the prices tomorrow. Yes, this nice, good condition manual. I've been after this game for 6-7 weeks or so because, well, I didn't like it when it first came out. It was 10 out of 10 on PlayStation 2 official magazine, but it was connected to, if you liked GoldenEye, they said, oh, you'll love this game then. But when I played it, I know I played it on the Xbox. And I think I bought it, either this one or the first one. And you couldn't, as far as I could tell, you couldn't turn off the inverted controls. And it was like, I couldn't play it. I was like, nah, get it gone, sell it or trade it in. I was in and out. So I thought, yeah, this was a big deal back in the day. So I saw it for £6. And the reason it's taken me so long, most CXs have got it, or I'd say half the ones I visit on my radar, but they were the classic, so the box was buzzing, it wasn't complete in box. So again, I'm not in a hurry to play this. I'm not going to play this game today, for example, but I'm glad I paid the waiting game for that, because it's not like a 50p game, £6, Now this game, Die Hard Vendetta. This was a game, I didn't know they had that. They must have traded it in this morning. When I got to the till, I thought it was going to be a problem because this wasn't even showing on their system. Again, CIB, Bambi B. Yeah, so this, I don't know what was going on there, but they had the disc and I thought, here we fucking go. This was £2.50. Now, I know was it the PlayStation 1 and the Saturn version? I've seen documentaries on that, and that's on my radar. That is okay. But yeah, so I like the look of it. Okay, I'm not expecting it to be a fucking perfect dark kind of standard game or anything like that. But it says includes multiplayer mode and the making of. So I thought, yeah, for £2.50, let's have a go. Let me know. Anybody played it? Is it a good game? Let me know. Again, I'm probably not going to play those games for a while. I think I got a couple of games on the PlayStation 4/5, or on my PS5 then. I'm really enjoying, right? I'll do a video on what I've been playing, watching, reading. But I'm really enjoying Fallout 4. It's helping me with my issues, I'm there. Do you know what I mean? Like today, basically, if I didn't go out and have this appointment today, I probably just would have played that all day. And as it stands, I've had my appointment, my mental health thing, quick spin around the shops, come back, take my dog for a walk. That helped me massively. Pissing down the rain, mind, but we don't care. And yeah, so if I hadn't have gone anywhere today, I just probably would have written a day off and just played Fallout 4 all day, Another game I picked up was, this is just connected to Time Splitters, Second Sight. I've never played this, but I remember I've definitely seen this before. This maybe would have been heavily advertised, maybe on like Xbox magazine, maybe on the cover and something like that. So definitely seen it before. It looks vaguely familiar, but I know for a fact I've never played it, and none of my mates played it either. So it's a bit of a what we call a blind buy. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting stuck into that. Right, the next 3 games. I remember when I was buying Xbox magazine and they were advertising like the Xbox 360 or the next Xbox 2 or whatever they thought it was going to be called. They were advertising heavily, and the artwork the concept art was something else for this game, right? Is Mass Effect. I didn't have any of these in the collection, so to cut a long story short, I bought Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I've played... That was one of the first games I bought when I got an Xbox 360 second time round, after my Red Ring of Death thing. I had 3 Xboxes with the Red Ring of Death in a year, got out of it, bought the PS3 about 6 months or a year later, then I bought the Xbox Elite, and then I got into this because I knew that Mass Effect 2 was coming out, and 2 is a much better game than the first one. But one of the problems I've got, right, and I'm purposely not doing it with Fallout 4, for example, maybe I'm maturing as a gamer, I'm like skipping all the dialogue, or I used to skip the dialogue, so half the time I wouldn't know if I'm making the right decision or whatever, because I just couldn't be bothered. I'm like, skip, let me shoot things, skip. I should have just been, if I was in the mood to shoot things, I should have played Call of Duty. Do you know what I mean? But, so I'm going to, with my mature hat on, my E-Honda mature hat, I'm going to replay them. But then I'll do the remaster trilogy. I don't know, but it's something I wanted in my collection anyway. Okay, so yeah, the second one, I did enjoy that. Don't know if I had the good ending or not. And then looking at Mass Effect 3, do you know, I don't think I played this one. I really don't think I did. Maybe this came out when I sold, because when has it got a date on it? Anyway, maybe it came out because I got out the game in 2012. Yeah, so the end of 2011 and all of 2012, I was out there gaming because I moved to Spain. I went to Ibiza to live, and I didn't intend on coming back. So I just had an opportunity, took it, went out there, not going to take any games. My TV, everything got sold. My Xbox 360 and my PS3. Sell it, get it gone. So I knew that it was coming up, so I wasn't buying games as well in the lead up to the time I moved as well. So looking at the back of it, you can see Big Ben there. I'm quite excited, but maybe to play that, maybe I'll need to refresh myself with the first one, the second one, or can I just play that one? Does anyone know? Let me know in the comments. A lot of things, let me know in the comments. And the last game I picked up, this is almost a blind buy. I might kick myself for buying this. This was, sorry. Mass Effect 1, 2, 3. They're all £1.50 each. So, what a bargain. And again, a lot of hours gameplay there, aren't you? Second Sight, was £2, I think. Yeah, Second Sight was £2. And this is the most expensive game I bought today. Rift Breaker, or The Rift Breaker for the PS5. The reason I might kick myself, I love the look of it. I watched the demo. I watched the advert on the demo. But it's a free demo at the moment, isn't it? So if it's shit, I've only got myself to blame because I should have played the demo before buying it. But it was £10. I think it looks really good. The reviews were mostly positive. It's meant to be like a base. It's got like loads of different things. It's got like base building, which reminds me of the Halo Wars kind of side of it. Then it's got like, because it's top down, that kind of view. But then you control this mech. Then it gives me Nex Machina. I can't remember. Is that what it's called? Nex Machina kind of vibes. It's like, it's got a lot of different things going on there. It's meant to get a bit hectic. Like one of those games, you've got good time management and things like that. So yeah, I thought for a tenner, I'll jump in. I wouldn't have paid £15 plus for it, unless I played the demo. But yeah, it looks really good. Anybody played it? Yeah, if you see the graphics. But if anyone's interested, as of right now, as of yesterday, it was a free demo. on the PlayStation Store. So I played loads of games. For example, I nearly bought Resident Evil 2 today. I saw it for £12 in CX, then I had it somewhere else for 10. I loved that demo. Wow. I didn't think Resident Evil was for me, but that might be a franchise I'm going to get into. But because I've got mainly Fallout 4, I don't have too many distractions. That's my main. I've always got a main game on the go. I've fallen off like a dragon. Again, maybe we'll talk about that a bit more in my what I've been playing, watching, reading video, which I'm a couple of weeks behind now, and so that might be a big video. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow. Again, you just don't know how I'm going to feel when I wake up, So that, I spent a total of £13. I think I did really well because I had £25 trade-in. So £13 for there's a good variety of games in there as well, isn't there? So I'm looking forward to getting stuck into those bad boys. And as well, what I liked, the guy that served me, it doesn't say the guy's name, does it? On the receipt, I don't think. Oh, it's just got staff ID. But the guy that served me today, he checked every single disc. He put 3 of them in the disc cleaner. All the discs look fine. But it just takes a couple of seconds to have a look. And I thought, why is he putting those games to one side? He offered to give me a new card, and if a membership card. Mine's on my keychain. And because it must be because it's weathered, because I use the same keys in my motorbike, and of course in the weather we're riding through storms and stuff all year round. It ages. It is quite an old one, but then he said I haven't got any key rings, but I've got the card, but I don't take my wallet anywhere anymore. I've just got my phone with my debit card in it and my keys. So I said no, I'm alright, thank you. But the survey, I couldn't fault the guy today. He wasn't very chatty, but as far as expectations, he met all my expectations. So then I was happy leaving there. What else did they have? They didn't have any. So I didn't bother picking up that Master System game. They had 3 Master System games. They had Shadow of the Beast, I can't remember the other one, and Space Harrier. That was £15. But again, I'm trying to not spend as much, being a little bit tighter than normal. Then I went to, we'll call it cash generators. It might not be that, but the actual, it's one of those trade-in stores, And they had in there, the flip Game Boy Advances. They had the gold one, the Zelda one in there. And it looked in really good condition, but it's the model 001, which means it's not backlit. And if it's the model 101, it might make sense, or it might be total gibberish, dude. So if it's the 101, that's the one that's backlit. I know you can mod them. And it was something. Again, I'm not really in the market. I don't know if I want to get a new console right now because I'm really happy with what I've got. But the Game Boy Advance is something I toyed with the idea. If I'm being honest, I'd rather have the King of Fighters, the normal one, not the flip one. But anyway, they had one there. I think it was £50. Then when I checked the price on CX, depending on condition, they're well over £100. So if someone wants a bargain in the Swansea area, go to Cash Gen. They got the gold one in the cabinet there. The other thing they had there that stood out was there's loads of PlayStation 4s, Xboxes and stuff like that. But they had an Xbox, it looked official, control pad. I'm kind of on the lookout for one of them. It was a nice enough colour. It was official from what I could tell. Obviously it wasn't boxed, it was pre-owned. They had that, it was £30 or £35. Now if my imaginary friend Chris, shout out Chris, was with me, I wanted his opinion on it because I've never had one of those actually I've had an Xbox One, tell a lie. I just wanted a second opinion before I buy it because he's got an Xbox One that I can buy for £30, but it hasn't got a controller, so that's what's put me off. But then that'll be £65 with a controller. But I just wanted someone to feel it. Oh, that feels loose or that feels tight. But because he's more of an Xbox gamer, if he was there, maybe I would have picked it up, But again, I'm not in a mad hurry. I'd prefer one of them than a Game Boy Advance, though. So that means I can finally play Killer Instinct, and Rare Replay and Halo. Oh, the list goes on. The Xbox is a really good console, you know. So I didn't leave there. The games, sorry, I left there empty-handed. The games, had a quick look at the games. Now, they were well overpriced. They were about £1 or £2 more than what CEX are selling them for. But in there, you've got a 24-month warranty. So if I'm going to buy a stack of games, I don't want to go and... You're not going to be able to play through every single game. Because you might have a scratch on the disc or a bug or something in the game due to a scratch. That's a couple of hours in. So I had a light look, and I looked at the Blu-rays. They didn't really have anything in there, but I looked at some of the prices and I thought, fuck. Some of the PlayStation 3 games are £10. I thought, nah, no wonder no one's buying your fucking games, like, do you know what I mean? So I left there. Then I went into Swansea Market. And it's really annoying. There's a guy, the owner, who's around about my age, and there's this other man. I went in there and I thought, happy days, he's not in here. Again, he's a nice old man, but he's really annoying. He's just loud, and he thinks everybody's listening to his like, he thinks he's the main man kind of thing. He's got to be in his 60s, so bless him. He's harmless, but he's costing in him sales, right? So my holy grail, number one holy grail this year, someone asked me that on Ask Tony, is Mortal Kombat 4 for the N64. But in there, he had a nice boxed Mortal Kombat trilogy. And I was tempted. It was £80. And I thought, ooh, I'll have a look. His cabinet, he's got Godzilla in there as well. He's too expensive on Godzilla. So I just want to hold something in my hand. He's too expensive. He's gone up to 150 now. He was down to 135. So he's obviously checking what eBay sell it for. Last time I checked, that game's 135 in CX. So yeah, maybe one day I'll buy it, you know. But I think I don't know what's happening with my job or employment, now's not the time to be spending big loads of money on games, you know. But I was tempted with that Mortal Kombat. I could have justified 80 quid for that, right? Then I had a look at the PS3. Nothing much there. Xbox 360. A lot of his... well, here's an example now. I always like to look at the PlayStation 1 or PlayStation games, I call them. Because that's what they're called, isn't it? So looking at the PlayStation games, the guy comes back then, the annoying guy, and puts his coat, where his coat is, behind the cabinet, blocking, like dangling down, blocking the PlayStation games. And I was just looking at that. But it's like, alright, no. I just, whatever. Do you know what I mean? They might have had, I don't know what my next big pickup would be on the PlayStation. But all the big hitters are in the cabinet anyway. So there probably was. It would have been 2 or 3 quid. Then he started... He's almost shouting. This shop is tiny. It's like a market stall, right? Size, because it's in the market. But he has got like a wall. It's like a blocked off one. So it is like a tiny little shop. So the guy was just doing my head in. And he was quite animated. And it was like, his arms are going. He like, oh, you know, like ducking out the way kind of thing. And it's like, I can't be bothered. So I didn't buy anything there. But if... I probably would have bought that. I don't regret not buying it because I'd rather buy it off someone else. But I know the guy in the market, Console Action in Swansea. Sort the guy out. He's a lovely guy. I don't know if you're paying him or he's a guy that hangs around there. But tell him to pipe down a little bit. You know what I mean? He was just... He shouldn't be like going, yeah, and then this and this. And you're like the customer behind him. Like, sorry, man. I'm sorry if you feel like you're in the way kind of thing. All right, yeah, but today with things going on in my head, I thought, I'll just go. And then nothing really exciting, but it will look cool. I went to HMV and bought 2 frames, really big frames, for my 2 Street Fighter posters that I've just picked up. And I haven't framed them yet, but... yeah, I know where they're going to go. One's going to go there. One's going to go there. I got some really cool spots for them. They're going to almost finishing touches, you can argue, for my games room. I'm going to be buying a new Billy bookcase tomorrow. or maybe 2, probably 1. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do is buy a shelf, an extra shelf, because if you look, you see there's a bit of a gap there. I can I'm looking at, I can probably get an extra shelf, and I found out in IKEA you can buy an extra shelf. So I'm going to sort that out tomorrow. And then the games room, it looks a lot different to when I did my first games room tour, okay? And my channel is coming up to a year. It's a year this month. It's something like the 26th, 27th, the end of March, believe it or not, is when I did my first, or created this channel. So I thought to celebrate, I will do another games room tour, okay? Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. So I'll get a few more things I need to do. I got to put a skateboard up. My friend, my mate Chris, I don't know how to do it. I got my Street Fighter skateboard. Everything's got a spot. It just needs another bookcase or 2, because I'm just overflowing with games in what I've got, you know. Yeah, and the other thing as well, while I've got you here, thanks for watching this long video. My videos do go on, I'm really sorry. I'm going to do another Ask Tony, so thank you very much everyone that asked the questions. There were so many good questions, and it was just what I needed. It was very distracting, because I did put a lot of thought. I would have put a lot of thought in it anyway, but I put a lot of thought into answering the questions best I could. I didn't just make up an answer. I thought, right, what is my top 3 there? What would I do? You know, I really did put a lot of thought into it. For some reason, the Daddy or Chips one, I do remember the advert. Someone asked me, do you like Daddy or Chips? There's an advert with 2 tiny little Welsh girls coming home from school or something, and the girl goes, do you like Daddy or Chips? And she's thinking all day, and then Daddy comes home from work, he steals a chip off her plate, and she goes, Chips. So yeah, I do remember the advert. Yeah, so thank you very much for everyone that asked questions and everyone that watched it. And yeah, I'm going to do another one. Some people have already asked questions, so I'm going to make a note of all the questions, and maybe in a week or so, if I get enough questions asked, either ask in the comments of this video, or I've done a thing on the community page, but I didn't know that was a thing until recently, so maybe some people are missing that, or send me a message on Instagram. My Instagram account, I'm pretty sure, is the same name as my YouTube channel. Just ask me on there, okay? As long as it's not too personal. Yeah, I'll answer. Someone asked, it's rude or whatever to ask my age. I'll answer that question. I'll tell you how I am old. I'll tell you how ancient I am on that video, okay? I don't want to answer the questions too things, because I'll have nothing to talk about on that video, okay? Yeah, so I enjoyed this video, chatting with you guys. Thanks for stopping on by. Please, if you haven't already, Hadouken that subscribe button. We're over 400 subscribers now. Yeah, very happy with that. Thank you for all the continued support. Love you all a long time. Yeah, we'll cut it off there. Love you. Bye. Hey YouTube. My voice went funny then. Sorry. Yo. I went game hunting today. It wasn't really the plan, but so the plan was, I haven't got my beard on straight. It's on a wonka, isn't it? Look at that. It's a wonky beard. Hello, wonky beard. Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel, welcome back to the channel, Bambino. Loads of energy, try to be positive, positive, positive. Did someone say, did someone say pick up?